So let's check this out. This is something that I created a little while back, but I had to re-record this. So just check this out real fast. It's interesting. Think about it. It's just more proof. You know?
Focus on, okay, when people talk about health and fitness and vitality, talk about exercise and diet, wrong answer. They should be focusing on what I'm about to talk about. Now, the second thing is, how long can you survive without water? 3-4 days, maybe, right? How long can you survive without oxygen?
Never.
Minutes before brain damage, right? Exactly. So the first thing your body needs is oxygen, ample amounts of oxygen. In our body, our blood has a pump called our heart. In our bodies, there's something called the lymphatic system, which basically cleanses our body of all the toxins, but it does not have a pump. In order to activate the lymphatic system that releases and cleanses our body of our toxins, we need to breathe deeply in our stomach diaphragmatically through deep diaphragmatic breathing. Now, one of the ways you can do that is something called a 1-4-2 ratio of breathing. And you can do this anywhere, in your car, upon waking, before you go to sleep.
Subway?
Yes. You got it, exactly. Oftentimes I'll do that at a stoplight. While I'm driving, it'll kind of trigger me to actually do it. So oftentimes what I'll do is, what you do is this. You breathe in, so let's say for a count of 5, you hold for 4 times as your inhale, which is 20 seconds, exhale for twice as long as your inhale. So you go breathe in for 5, hold for 20, exhale for 10. If you can breathe in for 10, hold for 40, exhale for 20. I know. I'm just using that as an example. So you do that 4 or 5 times, and I promise you, all of a sudden you feel this energy burst, and then you add the element of water on top of that. You drink. They basically, a good rule of thumb is take your body weight, divide it by 2, and that's how many ounces you should be taking. So if you're 200 pounds, divided by 2 is 100 ounces. That's how much water you should be taking in. Our Earth is 70% water. Our bodies are 70% water, so we should be drinking a lot of water-rich foods or drinking a lot of water.
What if you just don't like the taste of it?
I know, I hear. So you can have it in smoothies.
It doesn't have any taste.
Exactly.
There's nothing to taste.
Well, here's one thing that I do. Here's a practice I do in the morning. This is what I do. No joke. No joke. I literally say thank you for another day to get up. I go downstairs. I take a huge glass of water and I say thank you to the water. I drink it, and as I drink it, and then this is what I do. It's something called power breathing. This is oxygen. And so what I do is I put my hands up and I go, and I do like 50 times in a row. Eyes closed, and I breathe deeply, fast and hard. I do that 50 times. All of a sudden, I am charged like you wouldn't believe. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take on my day, ready to conquer my world, kick butt, and take names, you know? So
I actually have an app on my watch that will register if I'm not breathing, because I find I hold my breath a lot.
Yes, you got it.
So it will say, it will tell me to breathe.
Yes.
What? And it will actually do one of those exercises with me and allow me to breathe.
Fantastic.
Because I find I hold my breath.
Yes. And when you're stressed too, what happens? You tighten up. So just breathing deeply relaxes your body, relaxes your mind, because the mind and body are connected. So what you do with the body will affect the mind.
So, so 8 glasses of water
8 to 10 glasses of water.
Okay.
And you know what?
Can you put a little flavor in there?
Yeah, a little bit. They actually have those drops, those flavored drops now. But you know what? A lot of the times you don't have to drink water. What you can do is get your water from smoothies or from freshly squeezed juices, from salads. Watermelon is 90% water. You can eat a lot of watermelon, good for you too, good for your body. And so eating a lot of water-rich foods actually adds to the water consumption in your body. And you know what? When I started eating more plant-based foods, oxygen, water, my energy went through the roof. Like sustainable energy. So your health and vitality program should start with deep diaphragmatic breathing, water in the morning, water throughout the day, water-rich foods. I promise your energy is going to soar like you wouldn't believe.
You know what? I learned so much from you today, because when you think about like oxygen, you think about your cardio. So I think, okay, I got to do more aerobic kind of exercise that'll get my oxygen up. But you're showing us a completely different way to do it. It's not either or, right?
Anybody can do it anywhere. Like if you think about athletes, there was a study done, I think 20 or 30 years ago, and they discovered that athletes, 1 out of 7 athletes get cancer. 1 out of 3 people get cancer. 1 out of 7. That's a big difference. And a lot of my theory, my mind was, well, they're putting so much demand on their body, and oxygen has a lot to do with it. And I can tell you, there's one study that they actually did with rats, where they minimized the oxygen for these rats, and they started to develop diseases, and then they introduced the oxygen levels to 100%, and all of a sudden the diseases went away.
Wow.
So oxygen has a lot to do, not just with energy, but vitality, immune system goes up, your body, everything is being basically filtered through your body. So you got to breathe in the oxygen. It's a gift, right? That God gives us, right?
All right.
Now breathe it in.
Now just power on lastly.